Hello, dear friend. You are watching the weekly horoscope for the very last week of November. Believe it or not, we are almost at the end of the year. And this week we'll go through some really intense transformations. So, at first, we will have more Neptunian, kind of like creative, soft energy. Then the energy will shift more into Aries, Mars type of, active, dynamic energy. And at the end of the week, we also have more Neptunian energy because Neptune is turning direct on Saturday. So you may notice that, the week is quite different, or each day is very different than the previous one. And that's all normal. And we'll talk about each of those days in our video today. Before we get started, let me share with you that you can download the January 2021 astrology calendar for free. This is my gift for you. Check the links. It's a free PDF calendar, which also comes with the Google integration. You can add it directly to your Google Calendar. It works amazingly. If you like it, you can get the full version for the whole year, which also comes with an in-depth webinar. Live webinar during December. You will check the exact date and we'll talk about all of the things that we can expect during 2021, how to have the most, how to succeed, and all of it. So check the links, and I would love for you to join us. With that being said, let's jump straight to our daily forecast. Starting with Monday, we begin with a very Neptunian energy, as I already told you. Mercury in Scorpio will trine Neptune in Pisces. Water, deep energy, very supportive for creative work, for inspiration, for more intuition, for more compassion. If you want to learn something creative, if you want to focus on a meditation, something spiritual, it's absolutely amazing. On top of that, the moon is also in Pisces, which intensifies even more this energy. And frankly, you may feel too relaxed. You may not feel very kind of capable and motivated to work really hard, especially if it includes some physical effort. But you may either relax more or focus on something creative, something intuitive, and something more spiritual. Venus in Scorpio also has an aspect with Neptune. So look how triggered is this energy. But the aspect is a minor challenging aspect, which potentially may bring complications in our personal life when it comes to financial decisions. We might be over emotional and oversensitive. And overall, the day is not really favorable for finance and relationships. It's kind of neutral for business. I guess it really depends what type of business it is. If you need creativity and inspiration, great. If you need to be really concentrated and grounded, then maybe not the best day for you. Also, for creativity and spirituality, I think we made it clear the day is amazing. On Tuesday, we have the moon in Pisces during the morning until 10 a.m., which is also great for some creative work, for a short meditation, or some spiritual practice, or just for catching up with your sleep, whatever you choose. Then after 10 a.m., the moon will move to Aries, which will bring dynamic, strong, masculine type of energy. If you want to accomplish something, if you want to start something, this is a very, very supportive position. On top of that, the moon in Aries will trine the sun in Sagittarius. Great fire trine. So it's about action taking, it's about doing something that you love, something you're inspired. Overall, this can really boost your productivity. And the day can be very beneficial for business, for creativity and spirituality. So overall, we have a very supportive energy on Tuesday. On Wednesday, the moon is still in Aries, but this time it will join Mars. Mars is still in Aries. We know Mars was retrograde there. So we are still kind of going through the past things that happened during the past few months. And it's about action taking. Maybe we need to do something, we need more courage, we need more braveness. You need also to be careful because this combination can make you more impulsive or sometimes can bring confrontations or like reckless impulsive reactions. So as long as we are using it wisely, it can make us really productive. But if we don't use it constructively, it can, yeah, it can go in another direction. The day is beneficial for business activities, for sports, or anything that requires more courage or certain risks. But be careful, especially when it comes to communication and self-expression. Sometimes you might overreact. On Thursday, we have also some Mars active dynamic energy. The moon is still in Aries, so it's about doing and taking risks and taking action. It's straightforward energy. But Mercury is also having a creative aspect with Mars, which can allow us to take certain to make certain decisions or to find new solutions or to plan something and then execute, and also to communicate more openly, to be mentally very active and productive. Solutions, ideas, but in a practical way, in an action-oriented way. This is a nice aspect for taking some financial decisions, business decisions, maybe even business negotiations, and just expressing your ideas. You can see here, beneficial for business, finance, communication, and we might need to be careful for some impulsive reactions or some desire to change things impulsively. This is also an option, but hopefully we will use it constructively. Friday is a more specific day. One thing is that Neptune is stationary. More or less, Neptune will be stationary during the whole year, the whole week, not the whole year. But especially on Friday and Saturday, we might feel this energy like taking all of us. And it means that we might be over emotional, we might be too sensitive, we may not be so focused on doing something. We can prefer to just relax or dream, fantasize, or do something that's more inspirational. The other thing is that Venus will have an opposition with Uranus, and this can bring lots of changes when it comes to financial decisions, when it comes to relationships and partnerships. Be careful, there could be surprises, unpredictable situations, and frankly, some kind of stress we can experience. Emotionally, we may feel like, okay, this electrifying energy is so strong and so intense. And that's Uranus talking. So make something exciting or make some kind of change, but be cautious when it comes to relationships and other people. On the other side, Mercury in Scorpio has a sextile with Pluto, which can be a great aspect for research, for working on something that requires concentration and deep exploration. For communication, this is actually a beneficial aspect which can empower us, which can help us to be more confident in our ideas, in our decisions, and in our communication. This is very interesting. So from one side, we have Venus in opposition with Uranus, which is a challenging aspect when it comes to finances and money. On the other side, Mercury with Pluto can be beneficial, but I would recommend you to be cautious when it comes to important financial decisions, also because Neptune is stationary. And the moon is in Taurus, which can hopefully help us to be a little bit more grounded, more in touch with reality, and maybe take care of ourselves, of our body, and maybe just have a lovely Friday meal. Why not? Taurus moon is great for those type of events. So beneficial day for business, communication, creativity, spirituality. But again, you have to be cautious with Neptune. And financial decisions and relationships can be kind of challenging. Saturday, we have Neptune turning direct. We already said that. The important thing is that at this point, Neptune is stationary, which makes the energy really intense, really strong. If Neptune triggers something in your chart at this point, it's very important. If not, then it might be just a temporary mood or atmosphere that you can feel. But be careful with more practical things, with details, with remembering stuff, with following your promises. You may forget about something, or you may just be a little bit more distracted. But this is an amazing time for a spiritual practice, a meditation, or some kind of healing practice as well. Mercury is in Scorpio, and we'll have another positive aspect, this time with Jupiter in Capricorn. A very beneficial aspect for planning, for finding out some new strategies that you want to commit to, planning something in the future, learning new things, maybe even making plans for traveling. It's a strange theme right now, I know that, but why not? We can at least decide what we want. And again, for learning, it's a great aspect. The moon is still in Taurus, so we need to be grounded and practical, which can be a challenge with with Neptune stationary. But who knows? We might be able to find the balance between those two polarities: the inspirational, dreamy Neptune energy and the grounded, practical Taurus. We are somewhere in between, so yeah, we need to do something about it. Be careful with everything during this day. Overall, it can be beneficial for business and finance, communication, creativity, spirituality, but I repeat again, check information, and if it's especially important for you, maybe wait a little bit or don't make the decision exactly on Saturday because of Neptune. All right, and finally Sunday, with two aspects that include the Sun. The Sun will have a quincunx with Uranus, which can bring something exciting, something unexpected, something stressful maybe. At first, at least, there could be a certain level of stress. Over time, this may turn to be something more positive, depending on how we use the energy. But it's definitely time for new things, for some experiments, for more variety and something interesting. The Sun is also having a semi-square with Pluto, which could be a challenging aspect, can make us a little bit over-controlling or trying to dominate, or really sensitive. If someone tries to dominate and control us, we may need to do something independently, not so much as part of a group. And overall, it's also an aspect of transformations and changes. The moon is in Taurus during the morning, so focus on practical matters, on being more grounded and in touch with reality. And overall, things are a little slower with this moon position. After 11 a.m., the moon will move to Gemini, which can allow us to have some ideas, some insights, can bring some kind of variety. And also it's a great position for some communication or for spending time with friends. As you can see, the day is dynamic for business and communication. It's very beneficial for creativity and spirituality, and kind of neutral for finance and relationships. So quite interesting week. We have Mercury and Mars finally direct. We have the Sun in Sagittarius. So it's time to focus on the future. It's time to look ahead, get inspired, do something about it. Very Neptunian energy in front of us, but also with lots of Mars Aries energy in the middle of the week. So it could be interesting and very inspiring. Don't forget to download your January calendar and to integrate the Google version. I'm sure you will find it very useful. If you like it, you are welcome to join our webinar and also get the full version of the calendar. They come together, so it's a package deal. It's, I think, one of the best offers we have ever had, so make sure to take advantage. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful week, and I will catch you next time.